What is up, everyone? Welcome back to your daily dose of Heroes of the Storm. My name is Death, and I'm joined by Inquisitor Aura. And today, I'll be playing Cho.
And I'll be playing Gall.
So, without further delay, let's quickly go over a feature that I've wanted to cover before, just haven't had the chance to do so. So today we're going to be playing against bots. And mostly that's because Aura is not a big fan of playing against people. So, in an effort to get her in here and get her playing with me, and to get a great Cho'gall video out to you guys, we're playing against bots. Now, there's a really cool drop-down menu over here that you can actually set the difficulty of the bots. You can go from beginner all the way up to elite. Elite being really, really nasty, really awesome bots that will never miss a skill shot and will pummel people. I've actually had games where people have left because the bots are beating them so bad, which is a very interesting thought. But that being said, we're going to be playing against the medium bots today, which should hopefully give us a decent showing of Cho and Gall. So without further delay, let's get into a game.
The apocalypse has come.
Alright, today we are collecting tribute on the Cursed Hollow. My team, Johanna, Tassadar, Diablo, and Cho'gall. Enemy team, Malfurion, Tychus, Sylvanas, Nubarak, and Tyrael. Okay, so I've only played a few games as Cho, so my talent choices may not be optimal. Hopefully at a later date and time, I can come up with a bit more of an optimal build. That being said, what I've found with the few games that I have played him, I do like to build him kind of tanky. And with that in mind, we're going to be taking a few abilities that allow us to sort of enhance that. Now, the one thing I want to point out is that this Fuel for the Flame sounds like it'd be really good, but the way that it reads to me is every time you pick up a globe, the next W we use will then heal us for 50% more, which I'm not necessarily sure if I like that or not, because if we're in the middle of combat, we're not going to be getting those. So, for our first talent, we're going to be taking Surging Dash. We're going to increase Surging Fist range and speed by 25%. Our abilities really quick. Q is called Surging Fist. This is a wind-up ability skill shot that throws you at a location or down a path. If you hit enemies, you'll knock them aside and deal damage to them. The W is called Consuming Blaze. This is going to deal some damage in an area around us, and if we hit enemies with it, we're going to heal a bit. Our E is called Runic Bomb. This is an ability where I toss this out to skill shot, and I say, bomb is out, and then Gall can activate their E and make it explode. So, Cho'gall is 2 players in 1, and with that, the mount that you choose, it is split. So I lost the mount roll off this time, so my mount is not the one being chosen, unfortunately. We're using Aura's mount. I lose. Boo. So, like I said, the trait we have is called Two-Headed. We basically bring around Gall for Joyride. He's stuck to us. He can't get away from us. He's the other head over there.
Hi.
So Cho is a melee warrior. He is a very strong character in that regard. He's very tanky. He does some okay melee damage, and a lot of his abilities are about engaging against the enemy and sticking there and healing up. We're going to toss our E out now, and she's going to be able to activate this once again and make it explode. I will be doing a Gall video at a later date and time, but that being said, I do want to cover his abilities, even if it's just briefly. Hit us the Z, please. So the Z gives us a speed up. It's called Hurry Up Oath. It's the ability, the Three Stooges ability. We're going to send out our E once again. She's going to explode it on them and deal some damage. And this talent here, we're going to be taking, let's go ahead and take Searing Flesh. Whenever we hit enemies with our W, we're going to be dealing increased damage to them. We're going to send the E out once more. We're going to scare them off with that rolling bomb. Okay. So, Gall's Q is a shadow skill shot. It does some damage in that area. It's a pretty short cooldown from my understanding. And pretty easy to hit. Now, he doesn't have any mana. He is a ranged assassin that has no mana. He just basically deals with cooldowns. His W is the bouncing ball you can see there. Bounces around, we're going to go ahead and tap, then we're going to go up, join up with our team. Now tapping, we are as if 2 heroes tapped, so we get a lot of health back there. Like I said, his W is the bouncing ball, and his E is the activatable that allows us to make the E explode. Unfortunately, we got dismounted. We are coming, team. We are coming. They're doing a pretty handy job dealing with them as it is, and we are here. Alright, we're going to wind up our punch. Superman! Sending out our E. Unfortunately, we did not get it. Okay, so Gall's trait is, I don't know what it's called, but I'm assuming it's called the other head. And Gall's trait allows him to be immune to stuns and silences. So the only person who actually gets stunned and silenced is Cho. So pretty cool trade-off, if you ask me. You can't move, but we're sending the E out. You see it, it'll explode then. Deal some pretty significant damage. So we're going to continue. We're going to continue to get some experience in this lane, soak it up. Roll out our E once more. Boom. Okay, this talent here, we're going to be taking Fire Eater. Whenever we hit enemies that have our consuming blades on them, we are going to get some healing. We're going to send our E out once again. So the E has a very short cooldown. Very, very short cooldown. You should be trying to use this very often. I like this because it forces you to communicate with your teammate, sending the E out. That way you're using it to its maximum effectiveness. Alright, another thing you gotta remember is that Cho's mount is, well, he just sort of mounts up. So if you need to get away from the enemy, you need to be careful and actually get away from them. We're going to wind this up. Yeah! Hit him with that, send the E out. Oh no, we're being body blocked a bit. Give us the speed.
Already had it last turn.
We're just going to tap that. Sending the E out, hopefully help clear that wave up a bit. Okay. Getting the healing here. We're going to wind up our Q, Superman out, send our E out. Hopefully it chases him. We got a little damage there. We got a little bit of damage. We're not going to chase too far. We're just going to let him go. We are going to toss our E out back there, though. It will go through structures and things like that. So, pretty cool. Now, your Q will not. So, if you try and Q past barricade or something like that, you're going to get stuck. We're going to wind up. We're going to go in for the slam dunk. Or the punch, or whatever you want to call it. I forgot to say, hey, I sent the E out, so... She didn't know to hit the button. It lights up, but if you're not looking for it, it could be difficult. So the E does do a little bit of damage. It's not a lot. We're going to wind up our super punch. We're going to super punch out. Sending the E out. Alright, there goes the bouncy ball. Alright, sending the E out again. So another thing I want to talk about, which is really good, since we're dealing with some bots, I can talk about this, is the scaling of the game has been shifted a little bit. E is going out. And basically what they did was they made it so that way as you level up, the ability that you get, the strength of all of your basic attacks and your health and stuff like that, they're no longer massive spikes. It should be a bit more even now. You'll see that E is going out. You'll see that as you level up, your strength gets progressively better. That being said, they have amped up the level 1, and you are now stronger at level 1 than you have ever been. Now, to compensate for that, what they've done is they've made it so that way. We're going to wind up our Q. We're going to fly in. They've made it so that way, for our heroic, we are going to be taking upheaval. We're going to use L, bring them in. So, E is out. Winding up the superpower punch. No! And I got stuck there. So, like I was saying, to compensate for that, they have made it so that way, the death timers at level 1 are a little bit longer. Now, to get an idea about how much stronger you are and about where your death timers are going to be, they have come out and they said basically each level you're going to get about 4% more powerful health and damage wise. So that should keep things a bit more consistent. You're not no longer to see these massive spikes. And to keep the death timers a bit more in line with that, about level 8 is where the death timers and everything are going to be sitting at level 1. E is out. So keep that in mind when you're out there. Your death will be more important when you are at a lower level. Your death timers will be a lot longer. So it's no longer a good idea to throw your life away for that, that early start. There is some advantage to it now. Okay, so upheaval is the heroic we took. I like this heroic. I've only played with the hammer once so far. Now upheaval, we're going to use this again. Maybe not. There we go. Got the upheaval out there. Sending our E out. Wind up for the punch. And we're going to go in. And we probably put ourselves in a terrible position. Okay. At this talent here, we're going to be taking... We're going to be taking the, oh my god, we need to run ability. Sending the E out behind us. Alright, we're going to back out. Run, Tassadar, you can make it. Okay, we're going to be taking Runic Feedback. Whenever the blast hits, whenever Gall's ability actually hits enemies, we are going to be getting a reduction in the cooldown of our E, which is really great because that means we get more E's out there more often. So like I was saying, when you are, the early game, it really matters a lot more now. We're going to send our E out. We're going to wind up the punch, and we're going to go in. Slamming these guys aside. We're going to send the E out again. I'm trying to get myself into a position so that way we are able to get more out of her W, but so far not so good. Not so good with the positioning. Okay. Looks like we're going to back out, throw our E out there. Don't we get rid of there? Nice. We get some self-healing here. Send our E out. Like I said, it's really great to communicate. Oh man, I was totally standing in that. It's really good to communicate. You really want to talk to your other head, so that way you can get more out of your abilities. All right, if they try and run, which they're going to try and do, they're not going to get very far because we have upheaval up. It doesn't matter; they all went down. All right, we got a boss rolling in. We have a tribute is up. I love the way he mounts. This is just the best idea ever. Kudos, Blizzard. Kudos. Okay. We're going to wind up for our super punch. We're going to go in. Hang on, man. We're going to send that E out as well. Roll our E out there again. I didn't really notify her. I just did it. Alright. Bring the wall back in. Boom! Send our E out. Double kill. Get out in front of him. Send our E out again. There we go. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, we have the boss beating on the core. We could probably push in for the win here. Maybe it is just bots. Okay, at this talent here, we're going to be taking... we're going to send our E out. That's the first thing we're going to do. Oh, we got stunned. Sending our E out, using our heal there, our W, to get some healing. Alright, we already had the speed. Alright. We're going to mount up, we're going to go back, we're going to tap, and then we're going to come back and help our team. So this talent here, we're going to be taking... There are a few options here. Most of them are defensive, and that's what I kind of like. I like the Surge of Stamina. It gives us damage resistance whenever we use our Q, whenever we go in. 25% reduction in damage we're going to be taking. That's a really great ability if we're going to use the Q to engage a lot. The Crippling Blow is really great. I think it pairs well with the other Heroic. So we're going to be taking... Oh, he gives us speed. Nope. There we go. Can we get away? Oh my word, that was so close. Okay, we need to heal up. We just need to heal up. We're going to tap and go back in. So we're going to be taking Surge of Stamina. The other one gives us ability power reduction whenever we hit with our W, as long as we hit multiple enemies with it. But we're going to be taking this Surge. That way we take 25% reduced damage whenever we go in with our Q, whenever we engage. That was so close. Alright, get him with upheaval, bring him in. Oh no! Sending the E out. Okay. That wasn't bad, except I pulled them all in as the Diablo used his lightning breath. Did not help us. Alright, we're going to hit these guys with the consume. Bam. Get some healing off that. Sending the E out. Sending the E out again. Waiting for him to try and run away. He didn't run away. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, waiting for the tribute to go down. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and we're going to beat on this for a little bit. Sending the E out. We have upheaval again in 6 seconds. Time to punch. E is out. Where are you going, Sylvanas? You ain't getting away from me. Nice. Okay, we're charging up our Q. We're gonna fly in. Boom! Sending the E out. Give us some speed so we can get out of here. Never mind, we don't need it. We're just gonna woo, and then. Alright, and that is GG. There we go. Now, I didn't showcase level 20 talent choice. I think that for upheaval, the one that draws the enemies in, you take 50% reduced damage, would probably be the one that I take if I take upheaval. And the other one is alright. You can activate it, becomes a passive, and you become invulnerable for a few seconds, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool talent to choose from. So again, really quick, here are the new stats screens. It now shows total hero kills, total deaths, and total hero kill assists. So we did manage to get a few kills there. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. The other stats, siege damage, hero damage, roll, as it's all staying the same. Unfortunately, an XP contribution is there as well. So they pretty much have just added a new row so that way you can see how many takedowns you currently have. Really great screen that can give you a lot of great information at the end of the match. Just use it wisely. Use it wisely. The talents we chose, again, I am still sort of playing around with builds, trying to figure out what I really like. I do like building Cho tanky since you're the one in control. You're going in there. You're kind of supposed to be a warrior, taking all this damage. I like the self-healing stuff. So at level 1, we took Surging Dash. That's the 25% extra range and speed on your Q. At 4, we took Seared Flesh. This is the one that allows us to deal extra damage to people hit by our W. At 7, we took Fire Eater. Now, the people hit by our W are also going to heal us 50% of the damage that we deal back out to them with each basic attack. Really great. Gives you a lot of self-sustain there. And I think that even counts towards structures, too. So anything hit by your W, you're just going to be able to hit that and get some health back. Really, really great. At 10, we took Upheaval. That's the one that draws enemies in. So 1 second, skill shot, cone, draws everyone in, slows them for 25% for 3 seconds, and deals some damage to them. Pretty great ability. One thing you gotta keep in mind now is, like, it can throw them behind you, so just, yeah, keep that in mind. You also saw Gall pick the one where it does the area damage around them as well, so pretty cool. At 13, we took Runic Feedback. Whenever the Runic Bomb, the blast from Gall's blast, actually deals damage to enemies, we're going to get a cooldown reduction by 1 second per enemy hit. So that's pretty great. They'll actually get those E's out there a lot more often. At 16, we took Surge of Stamina. This is the 25% damage reduction for 4 seconds whenever we use our Q. So really great engaging tool. You engage him with a Q, toss people aside, Superman it in, and take 25% reduced damage for 4 seconds, letting your team catch back up to you and hopefully jump on the enemy, disrupting them and all of that. Again, we can take a look at the 20 talents really fast. So at 20, you can take Sithun's Gift. If you went with the hammer, your basic attacks become ranged and slow targets by 20% for 2 seconds. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of neat. Especially if it's like a giant tentacle. I haven't played with it yet, so we'll see. Maybe I'll play with it another time. Favorite of the old gods. This is the one that reduces all the damage you take by 50% for 5 seconds whenever you use Upheaval, whenever you use your heroic. And then, of course, the basic one is called the Will of Gall. Gall can activate the Will of Gall to make you unstoppable for 2 seconds. That is kind of cool. Gives you the ability to give Gall an extra ability, granting you unstoppable for 2 seconds. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Just all of it plays into the idea that you are playing with another person and you're giving them abilities and stuff. That's totally cool. That's really cool. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Inquisitor Aura, for joining us today. We'll be definitely back later on this week with a Gaul video. Maybe she'll join us. Maybe she won't. Who knows? We'll see. It might be against bots again, just so we can take another quick look at the new heroes. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I will catch you all later. Wow. Look at that butt. That is one ugly booty. It's not just so much that he's got like these strange pimples and just blemishes all over it that seem to be mirrored on either side, which is just oddly strange, but there are these like nasty gashes going down each of his butt cheeks into his legs. It's like he got stuck in a blender or something. Something seriously wrong with the way that he looks.